A humanoid robot stands across the net. The ball comes flying. It tracks, moves, swings, and returns a clean stroke. No pause, no reset, just continuous play against a human opponent. This is not a concept video. This is Walker S2, and it just played live tennis. Chinese robotics company UBTECH unveiled footage this week showing its Walker S2 humanoid robot engaged in real-time tennis rallies. The robot was not following a script. It perceived the ball mid-flight, predicted its trajectory, adjusted its balance, and executed accurate strokes repeatedly. The demonstration represents a significant leap in robotic perception and motor control. Tennis demands constant adjustment. A robot must use cameras and AI to detect the ball, interpret its speed and angle, move its body into position, and time a racket swing with precision. All of this happens in fractions of a second. Walker S2 managed these tasks without stopping between strokes. According to Interesting Engineering, the robot demonstrated advanced real-time perception, balance, and motion control far beyond simple scripted demos. The technical challenge is continuous loop control. The machine processes visual data, makes predictions, balances dynamically on two legs, and coordinates arm movement for impact. Most robots rely on pre-programmed sequences. Walker S2 operates differently. It adapts on the fly. Each stroke requires the robot to recalculate position, adjust grip pressure, and modify swing angle based on incoming ball speed and spin. The system uses multiple sensors and cameras to track the ball's movement. AI algorithms process this data in milliseconds. The robot's processors calculate the optimal intercept point, then send commands to motors controlling legs, torso, arms, and wrists. This coordination happens while maintaining balance on 2 feet, which itself requires constant micro-adjustments. UBTECH has now produced 1,000 units of the Walker S2. This is not a laboratory prototype. The company has moved into scaled deployment. Several units are already in use. They handle warehouse operations, logistics tasks, and industrial automation. The tennis demonstration was not just marketing. It showed the robot's ability to manage unpredictable scenarios in real time. Walker S2 stands as one of the most advanced humanoid robots in commercial production. It features full-body motion control, AI-driven perception systems, and bipedal stability that allows it to navigate uneven surfaces. The robot can walk, turn, crouch, and now hit a tennis ball with timing and accuracy. Its height and build approximate human proportions, allowing it to use equipment and spaces designed for people. The implications extend beyond sports. If a robot can track a fast-moving object, adjust its posture, and respond with precise physical action, it can apply similar skills to tasks like assembly, inspection, or collaborative work alongside humans. The tennis court becomes a testing ground for real-world adaptability. A robot that can return a serve can also catch falling objects in a warehouse, assist in medical procedures requiring hand-eye coordination, or work alongside humans in construction sites. UBTECH is not alone in pushing humanoid robotics forward. Companies like Boston Dynamics, Tesla, and Figure AI are developing similar machines. But Walker S2's tennis performance highlights a specific milestone. Robots are now capable of handling tasks that require reflexes, judgment, and physical coordination in dynamic environments. The competitive landscape in humanoid robotics has intensified over the past 2 years as multiple companies race toward commercial viability. The tennis demo also raises questions about the future of human-robot interaction. Sports have long been considered a domain of human skill, instinct, and reaction time. When a machine can compete in that space, it signals a shift. Robots are no longer limited to repetitive tasks. They are entering scenarios that demand learning, perception, and split-second decision-making. Walker S2's performance is not just about hitting a ball. It is about proving that robots can operate in open-ended situations where conditions change constantly. This matters for industries that require flexibility, speed, and precision. It also matters for understanding how far AI and robotics have advanced in recent years. The ability to function in unpredictable environments has been a long-standing barrier in robotics deployment. UBTECH has positioned itself at the forefront of humanoid robotics with this demonstration. The company's ability to produce 1,000 units shows confidence in the technology's readiness for real-world deployment. The tennis footage was not a one-off stunt. It was a public showcase of capabilities that are already being applied in industrial settings. Manufacturing and logistics sectors have shown increasing interest in humanoid robots that can work in environments designed for human workers. The Walker S2 demonstration comes at a time when robotics companies are competing to prove their machines can handle complex, real-world tasks. Previous demonstrations often involved controlled environments with predictable variables. Playing tennis removes those controls. The ball can come at different speeds, angles, and spins. The robot must adapt instantly. Robotics is moving from controlled environments into unpredictable ones. Walker S2's tennis match is a visible example of that shift. The robot did not just perform, it adapted, reacted, and played. The technology behind this demonstration will likely influence how robots are deployed across multiple industries in the coming years. A shocking lawsuit filed in California last week alleges that Figure AI's humanoid robot is capable of far more destructive force than the company admits. The engineer behind the complaint says he was fired for raising safety concerns that executives refused to address. But the deeper you read into the filing, the more unsettling the implications become. Robert Gruendel served as the head of product safety at Figure AI. He is a veteran safety engineer with more than 20 years of experience in the robotics field. His prior roles include positions at Amazon and BMW. According to court documents, Gruendel joined Figure AI in October 2024 after company executives told him that safety was a top priority. His job was to evaluate risks and build protocols that would protect workers and future customers from harm. The lawsuit centers on Figure AI's second-generation humanoid robot known as the F02. This machine stands approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs around 155 pounds. It features 16 degrees of freedom in its hands alone and can carry objects weighing up to 25 kilograms. The F02 was deployed at a BMW plant in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where it contributed to the production of more than 30,000 vehicles over an 11-month period. But according to the complaint, this robot had a darker side that company leadership allegedly chose to ignore. Gruendel claims that during impact testing conducted in July 2025, the F02 robot moved at what he described as superhuman speed. The forces generated during those tests measured 20 times higher than the human threshold of pain. Gruendel calculated that the F02 produced more than twice the force necessary to fracture an adult human skull. In one incident detailed in the lawsuit, a robot malfunctioned and struck a stainless steel refrigerator door. The impact left a quarter-inch deep gash in the metal. An employee was standing nearby at the time and narrowly avoided being hit. Gruendel alleges that he presented this data to CEO Brett Adcock via Slack in late July, warning that the robot could inflict severe permanent injury on humans. According to the complaint, his message was ignored. The lawsuit also describes another incident where one of the robots came within 2 feet of kicking a person in the head due to unpredictable behavior. Gruendel alleges that he was asked to create a comprehensive product safety roadmap to present to 2 prospective investors. Those investors later funded the company. But, according to the complaint, after the funding round closed in September 2025, Chief Engineer Kyle Edelberg significantly downgraded the safety commitments that had been presented to investors. Specifically, the lawsuit claims that a project to certify an emergency stop function, known as an e-stop, was cancelled to save time. The e-stop is considered a critical fail-safe for industrial machinery. Gruendel allegedly warned his colleagues that removing safety features promised to investors could be interpreted as fraudulent. The complaint paints a picture of a company culture at odds with safety protocols. Gruendel claims that when he proposed standard risk reduction measures, such as safety mats or barriers, he was told by a vice president that Adcock would shoot us if we did it. In another instance, documented in the filing, Gruendel discovered that a physical safety feature on the F-02 was removed because Kyle Edelberg did not like the aesthetic appearance of it. Gruendel alleges that CEO Adcock and Chief Engineer Edelberg expressed a dislike of written product requirements. He responded by indicating that their stance was abnormal in the field of machinery safety. The timing of events is critical to understanding this case. In early 2025, Figure AI announced it was accelerating its push into home deployments. CEO Adcock stated the company would begin alpha testing its robots in homes sometime in 2025, 2 years ahead of the original schedule. The company attributed this acceleration to advancements in its AI platform called Helix. Gruendel claims he grew increasingly concerned as Figure pivoted toward consumer home applications. The robots lacked reliable presence sensing and had not completed the safety certifications required for fully autonomous operations. In a podcast interview with investor Nikhil Kamath, Adcock acknowledged limitations. He stated that he would not let his robot run free for hours and weeks with his young kids. The complaint describes a gradual deterioration in Gruendel's relationship with company leadership. Weekly safety meetings became bi-weekly, then monthly, then quarterly. Messages Gruendel sent to Adcock about safety issues allegedly went unanswered. On July 29, 2025, Gruendel received a raise of $10,000 per year. The accompanying note praised his continued growth and impact at Figure. Less than 6 weeks later, on September 2, 2025, Gruendel was terminated. The official reason given was a change in business direction. His attorneys describe him as a whistleblower who was fired days after lodging his most direct and documented safety complaints. Figure AI has denied all allegations. A company spokesperson said Gruendel was terminated for poor performance and that his allegations are falsehoods that Figure will thoroughly discredit in court. Gruendel is seeking economic, compensatory, and punitive damages. He is demanding a jury trial. His attorney, Robert Ottinger, stated that California law protects employees who report unsafe practices. Ottinger called this case one of the first whistleblower cases related to the safety of humanoid robots. The lawsuit arrives at a pivotal moment for the industry. Figure AI announced in November 2025 that it is officially retiring its F-02 fleet after the 11-month deployment at BMW. The company is now transitioning to its third-generation robot, the Figure 03, introduced in October 2025. Figure plans to ship 100,000 humanoids by 2029.